going on, you guys? It's your girl, Ask Ashley, here with another dope episode of Monday Night Juice. If this is your first time with us tonight, welcome to the show. Please be sure to share, like, and subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube. As a huge shout out, I always gotta point out my sponsor. Tonight's show is sponsored by My Body Snatcher, which specializes in a variety of waist trainer products and offers services through My Body Sculpting, which is basically a non-invasive way of sculpting the perfect snatched body. So check my girl Yolanda out at www.mybodysnatcher.com or www.mybsculpting.com. So it's Monday, catch up on a little bit of news. Here's the thing. Jada and her entanglement are still trending, but the murderers of Breonna Taylor have still not been arrested. So there's that. There's that. Last week in Louisville, there was a peaceful protest that was taking place, and several celebrities, which brought more attention to the area, were arrested. I believe that it was Tamika Mallory, Portia Williams, and Yandy Smith, which Yandy seems like she is always right there on the front lines, and I love that about Yandy. So let's make sure we continue to bring attention to that trend instead of what Jada and her entanglement and what she meant and whatever else was going on in their bedroom and all that other extra stuff. Before the show starts, I want to do a little bit of love and a little bit of laughter, so check out these top 5 TikToks.
Posting my pictures on damn Facebook.
Are you cussing? Don't cuss.
Don't do that.
Or what?
Or I'll take that cell phone and break it.
You're not going to do nothing to me.
Grab my hand. Grab my hand. Now we wait. We wait for that. Now we go. Keep holding my hand. Keep holding my hand. Keep moving. Keep your feet. Why is your hand
sleeping? Just did a bad thing. Finding hell. Think it's full.
Girl, I don't know what Caucasian woman that got into me, but bitch, iced coffee. Bitch. Well, call me Karen, okay?
All right, so tonight is a very special show. I always give y'all special shows. I'm always trying to educate. I'm always trying to empower, trying to laugh. I am a little ratchet from time to time. Things happen. But tonight, I'm really excited because I have the beautiful Miss Dr. Corrin on the show. So Dr. Corrin, let me tell y'all, even if I wanted to list all of her accomplishments and the titles that this woman has, I would not be able to do so. So I'm gonna let Dr. Corrin introduce herself and tell you why she is here today.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Corrin, and just a little bit of background about myself. I am a registered nurse. I have a master's degree in community health nursing, and I have a doctorate in organizational leadership. I am currently the perinatal health services director for one of the largest insurance companies in the United States, the Medicaid line of business, and I cover the state of Ohio. And in that role, I am responsible for the execution and the creation of the women health strategies to ensure women across Ohio have healthy babies and their infants live beyond the age of 1, really trying to reduce infant mortality in Ohio. But my personal passion and why I'm here with Ashley tonight is to talk about my book, The Journey of Self-Discovery, Tapping into Your Inner Power and Purpose. And it's really a self-help guide to help you live on purpose with the purpose. And really the purpose of the book is really to empower people, to really empower them to really tap into their inner power and purpose, looking at 6 components of wellness. And these components of wellness, all 6 combined, are really looks at a holistic view of a woman's journey throughout this life. And those 6 components is physical wellness, which really looks at physically, how well are we? Are we managing any preconceived conditions? Are we going to our doctor's visits? As women, we have special organs, and how are we taking care of those organs? Mental and emotional wellness, and this is a big one. Really, how do we balance our emotions? How do we deal with some of the issues we deal with, including any mental health diagnosis we have? I know historically in our community, mental emotional health is really kind of frowned down upon and it's shamed on. However, how do we empower ourselves to take that back?
But I love the fact, I'm sorry, I just
Yes.
want to say, I love the fact that that's changing.
Absolutely.
That is changing.
Yeah.
And it's something that we are going to talk about regularly, continuously. As a matter of fact, right now, the month that we are in is Minority Mental Health Month.
Yay.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interject.
I told you,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
But
I told you I'd go.
I love the fact, I really
Yeah.
really love the fact that in our community, even if it is frowned upon in certain areas, we are talking about it
Yeah.
more. It is a constant conversation that we are having on a regular basis.
Yes.
And some of us may be going in secret. Some of us may, be
Absolutely.
in denial about why we need to go or whatever the case may be, but we are having these conversations and
Absolutely.
these conversations are important and they must continue. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but I think even to piggyback on that, because I feel like a lot of times people are ashamed of it and it's stigmatized, and it's really nothing to be stigmatized about, because again, it's like hypertension, it's like diabetes, it is a condition. And how do we own it? I think a lot of times in healthcare, it's very retroactive, and we need to be proactive, and how do we get in front of it and empower ourselves to own the condition and not allow the condition to own us?
Absolutely.
Right? So that's a huge piece of the work that I do.
Absolutely.
Really I also look at spiritual wellness and really look at, there's a higher power that binds us all, and what does that look like and feel like, and how do you reach wellness in that spiritual realm? For me, it's Jesus. For somebody else, it may be Buddha. It may be out in nature. It may be doing yoga. It may be scents and oils, whatever that is. How do you?
But you're able to find it in this book.
Absolutely.
Whatever works for you.
Correct. And the book is very individualized.
Yes.
It's an individualized journey, and it's up to you about what you want, because what's for me is not for you. And what's for you is not for her or him or whoever.
Yeah.
It's an individualized journey, and how do you take that journey and say, what do I want?
Yeah.
How do I want to be spiritually well? How do I want to be mentally well? For me, I'll give examples. I'm raised one of 5 in the inner city by a single mother. So I grew up in poverty, right? So I like to pop off back in the day, but that doesn't get you where I sit today. So what it is that what I had to learn is how to learn to fight with my mind and not my mouth and my hands, right? Because growing up, that's what I'm taught to do in poverty, right?
Yeah.
But that's a journey. Corrin didn't get here overnight.
Yeah.
Over the course of my life, I had to experience things and be open-minded, and to be able to say, these pieces and parts of me are not right, and I want to be better. And that's the key. You want to be better.
So let me ask you this, Dr. Corrin, because I love that you are so transparent and honest about having a journey
Absolutely.
to process. Because a lot of times we come across people who want to help, and so they write books.
Yeah.
Self-help books, self-help guides to get you to see a different you, a better you. But sometimes they haven't lived where we've lived.
Correct.
Sometimes they haven't endured what we've endured, and sometimes it's almost like having surfaced leveled conversations
Correct.
and not getting deep enough.
Yeah.
When you talk about, the Corrin that you were before and now Dr. Corrin now, what was the turning point that changed for you? What was that thing that was like, I can't do this no more?
You know what? Honestly, I think when I look back, because this book has been a 4-year in the making, but when I look back on my life and I take the rose-colored glasses off and I'm really honest with myself, my entire life, raised one of 5 in the inner city, I was in a lot of trouble in high school. I was told I would do nothing but be on welfare and have kids. I went to school, because I flew around in high school, my grades weren't the best. So in nursing school, I was the only black person. People wouldn't work with me, so I had to do things differently, and I had to push, and I had to fight, and it was just learning to fight differently and really to be persistent about, I'm not going back to the hood. Like, I know what it's like, and I'm going to continue to work. So I think over that, going to grad school, having my children, being married for 19 years, getting a divorce, all of these things that led me to this woman that I am today. So I think, honestly, the journey that I'm on now, I think really when I realized it was probably in my 30s. Because in my 20s I was searching, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good enough, and you're just looking and you don't know what it is, but God continues to guide you and take you in a place that you don't even know, right? But I found, I came to school to be a nurse, bedside nurse, nothing more. I wasn't going to be a leader. Got to work, learned new things. People saw something in me that I didn't see.
Ooh,
Honey, that I didn't,
is the
baby.
best part. When you got something inside of you and
Baby.
everybody else around you can see it, and
Listen.
you haven't even seen it yet.
Correct.
When you get to that point where
Correct.
you discover it,
Correct.
ooh, it's something else.
Absolutely.
So that's the purpose.
Absolutely, and correct. And then I think even like when I talk about my childhood, my upbringing and schooling, that's intellectual wellness. Intellectual wellness is merely having an open mind and trying new things. I'm from the hood. Well, it is not much you see in so being able to say, I want to, try sushi, or I want to do this, and just being able to have a lived experience with it, and you grow from that. Like, I like this or that, and then career wellness, really looking at what is that career that you find passion in. And for me, again, I came to school to be a nurse, but if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, what is that passion thing? Because once you figure that thing out, that's how you tap into your inner power and purpose. And for me, I'm still on a journey. Let's be clear. I still have more goals, and I want to change the world in a very different way. But I clearly know my purpose.
Yeah.
And I stand confidently in the work that I'm doing and what I'm doing, trying to change the world one person at a time.
So I'm going to ask you this question because we hear a lot about discovering your purpose or
Correct.
finding your purpose and all of that. And I'm going to try to internalize it as best as I can when I ask this question, because sometimes people say things like that and people don't really register what they mean.
Right.
What do you mean when you say my purpose? Is it the thing that I want to do with my life and I'm destined and determined to do?
Correct.
Or is it that thing that spiritually moves me and it's like, even though I'm really great at this, this is what I was meant to do? What do you mean when you say purpose, especially when you say tapping into your power and purpose?
For me, I would say just knowing what it is I'm trying to give to the world. So in my
mark.
I'm sorry?
The mark
Correct.
that you're going to leave.
Absolutely. And for me, everything I do, because I don't think I'm going to change infant mortality at my day-to-day job. I like what I do professionally, but I know I'm leaving a legacy for my daughter, other people's daughters, and these women that follow behind me, because I stand on the shoulders of some very, very, very powerful women. So for me, as far as my purpose, just being able to spread my message to the world. But I think as I went along my professional educational career, I knew it was women and children. I knew it was community, because my master's degree is in community health nursing. I did my dissertation in an inner city neighborhood on diabetes in the African American community. So I'm from the community. I know what impacts our community because of the work that I do and the health disparities people face. So for me, that was the piece that drove me there. But I enjoy my professional day-to-day job, but this right here, this is going to change the world in a different way. And I say, how can I give this to little girls and teenagers in school to say, don't wait till you're 30 like me. If we have women across the world at 18 tapping into their inner power and purpose and knowing their direction and growing and being okay with making mistakes.
I love that, right? Because as you're talking about this,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and I see the Dr. Corrin, who is a leader, you know what I mean, who is doing her thing when it comes to infant mortality rates and making sure that she, makes an impact there, is one woman.
Yeah.
But Corrin, who's still there,
That's right.
she wrote this.
That's right.
And that is powerful.
Absolutely.
Like when you can separate the two and still
Correct.
be powerful on both ends.
Absolutely.
That is what gets it for me.
Absolutely.
That's what gets
Thank
it for
you.
me. So you touched on, 18-year-old young ladies
Absolutely.
who can tap into their power and how powerful they can be at a young
Absolutely.
age. Can we talk about how parents, because as a parent, sometimes, right, let's be realistic.
Come on now.
Sometimes we don't even know our purpose.
Correct.
Let alone what the purpose is of my child.
Absolutely.
I'm doing the best I can to raise my child.
Absolutely.
I feed them, I clothe them, I
Yeah.
educate them, I
Yeah.
teach them the values and the lessons, the
Yeah.
things that are important.
Right.
But how do I discover my child's purpose? And then the follow-up question to that is, how do I push my child towards that purpose?
Absolutely.
Without screwing them up. Because
Come on
sometimes as
now,
parents,
come on now.
sometimes as parents, we make decisions and we like, you know what, this is what you need to be doing. And then it's
Absolutely.
not until they like 20 years old and they like, you
Correct.
screwed me up, because that's
Correct.
not what I was trying to do.
Absolutely.
So how do we get
Absolutely.
there?
Well, I say I'm a mother of three. My oldest is 23, and my daughter, she is 13, and my middle son, he's 17. But I think for me, what I attempt to do is I try to, I know when you go to school at 18, you may not know what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So what I try, my oldest son, he's in school to be an engineer. He's at UC, and he's in his last year of engineering school. But I knew he was good at math and science, and he wanted to be an engineer. So what I did is I tried to drive him towards those things, right? So I got a P&G had a program to give him all aspects of engineering. My middle son, he plays soccer. He plays traveling soccer. He plays for Walnut Hills.
Yeah.
So he wants to play professional soccer, but again, you have to go to school with a major.
Yeah.
So understanding, what do you like? He likes history. He likes music. He's not opposed to business, but he's a person that doesn't want to work for anyone. So we're trying to figure out what that thing is, and really how do I feed that thing, and then allow them to have experiences with that thing to be able to grow and be intellectually well, because they're opening their mind to something maybe they didn't know. Like for me, I wanted to be a bedside nurse. I got in there like, I don't know about this one. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really like this too much.
Listen, but I knew that there were some leadership skills in me, but really trying to give them opportunities so they can have an opinion and say, I don't like that, but you know what, I'm really good at this. And then how do I feed that to allow them to have those experiences?
So I knew we were having this conversation, and I started asking people around, how did you feel like you found your purpose, or what was what was the discovery like for you? And then I sat back and kind of reflected on myself, and The one thing that I can say, and I think that you may agree with me on this because of the book.
Yeah.
The one thing that I can say is when you have found your purpose or when you are on the journey to finding your purpose, you know you're on the right track if what it is that you feel like you're destined to do is in service of someone else.
Yeah, that's good.
If you are in service of someone else or providing a service to someone else for the benefit of them, you're probably on the right track.
Absolutely.
As far as what it is that your purpose
I agree.
is.
Absolutely. And I would totally agree with that. I would piggyback off of that and just be able to say that, you know, when you know what that thing, because for right now, I know intuitively this is what I'm called to do. And I tell you, this is God's work. This Corrin is just the vessel he's using, and he put things in my life to lead me to this point. But this is God's work. And for me, you know, as this work moves along and as I continue to grow on my journey, you know, I just hope that this book will be a blessing to someone else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You touched on another thing in the book. You said it is a self journey. So how my journey may be different from yours. You know, your journey may be different from ours.
Yeah.
In addition to the book, because you get the book,
Yay.
but you also get the journal. And I think the journal is where you start to make it really personal.
Correct.
You have to, when you are on that journey to finding your purpose and self-discovery, you really have to hold yourself accountable for every thought, every feeling, every emotion. You have to acknowledge it. You have to be aware of
Absolutely.
it. And then you got to go deep and figure out why you feel like that, which is the journey that I'm on. And it sucks if you ask me. But once I get past it, I know that I'm going to be golden.
Great.
I know I'll be golden. But with the journal, I love it because it allows you to follow along and read the book.
Absolutely.
And write as you're going through it.
Absolutely. And I want everyone to understand that this journey is not perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you see me where I sit in all my glory, air quote. But it took me a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and scraping knees. And I'm raised by one of five, a mother of one of five. Didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't have a lot. So to get to the place that I sit, this was a journey. And it took work, and I fell down, and I scraped my knees. But you know what? I'm caught here for a purpose. So I got myself right back up, and I just keep working. And even present day, you know, I have an amazing job. I love what I do. But some days they get on my nerves, and some days ain't a good day.
Yes.
Like every day ain't gonna be a good day.
Yes.
But tomorrow is gonna be a good day. Today
I'm
ain't a
going to
good
wake
day.
up on the right side of bed tomorrow. Today, give me a second.
You know, and give yourself grace, because no one's perfect.
And oh my gosh.
Give
so
yourself
the fact
grace.
that you just said that.
Give yourself grace.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've had a conversation with somebody and then you have a conversation with somebody else and they use those same words?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, God, I hear you. So I just heard him. He was talking
Come on
again
now.
through you, Dr.
Absolutely.
Corrin.
Come on now.
Because I've had these conversations with my friends, and sometimes I do get to a point where I'm really hard on myself, and they say, Ashlee, you too hard on yourself. You need to give yourself grace. You need to give yourself a minute. It's okay.
Yes.
And I think when it comes to our community, especially,
Correct.
especially as Black women,
Yes, ma'am.
it is okay to not be okay.
Okay. Absolutely.
And to say it out loud and to admit it
Yeah.
and to stand in that truth and then do the work to be okay.
Absolutely.
I think we do a lot of, I got it, I got this, I don't need the help, or, you know, or don't worry about it, I can do it. And that was something that was learned.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think the world
you
has
have to
done
relearn
that.
some
Yeah,
things.
and like the world has done that to us.
Yeah.
You know, we raising kids, and you know, and we just juggle, we think we're supposed to always be strong, but sometimes it's okay to take a moment.
Yeah.
Because in the book, you have to have work-life balance. You can't, you know, work, because you're going to be off mentally. You're going to be drained, so your mental and emotional wellness is not going to be on point because you're not really allowing yourself to have a moment. I'm a perfectionist. I know, just like you, I'm hard on myself. I give amazing advice, honey.
Right? You give real good advice, but when it comes to yourself, you be like, ooh,
hold on, you know
getting
about my
on-
man.
I am getting on my nerves right now.
Right, absolutely. But you know, just really being able to say, Corrin, it's okay if you don't do nothing today. If you don't do nothing today, if you don't look at that internet, you don't look at work, you don't look at the book, do you?
Yes.
And and do mindless stuff.
Yes.
Watch some mindless TV and guess what? Tomorrow's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
just really be having the ability to say it's okay.
Yeah.
And give yourself grace. And we're not perfect. We all mess up. There's no perfect person in this world, but we can be excellent. But in order to be excellent, we have to take a break.
Yes. So I have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we're gonna play my game because
Alrighty.
y'all gonna get this book.
Come
I
on
ain't about to talk
now.
about this book so
Let's
much
go.
that y'all
Come
feel like
on.
y'all know the book. So You talked about
Yeah.
intellectual wellness.
Yes, ma'am.
And I love that because it basically touches on expanding
Yes.
your mindset.
Correct.
Expanding the way that you think.
Correct.
What you interact with.
Absolutely.
Can you touch on, I guess, what areas should we be looking at when we're considering intellectual wellness?
You know, I would say any area that's unique to you, right? So, so what is it that, I know, you love journalism, and what are those things? So are we looking at, journalism organizations? Is it journalism magazines? Are we reading articles? For me, what I do on a day-to-day basis, I read tons of white papers. I read all kind of things what other organizations, other markets are doing across the country to say, how can I make the work that I do better and bring other things in? So it's that thing that drives you. So
Gotcha.
if you love to do hair and do nails, are you going to hair shows?
Yeah.
Are you going to nail shows? Are you going to be the best at the top of your game?
Yeah.
And that's when you tap into that power and purpose, and that's how you know, just try new things. And I know somebody, I'm not trying that, I don't even know what that. Why not?
Just do it
If you don't
anyway.
have a lived experience, you don't really have an opinion.
Yeah.
Now you can do it and you don't like it, don't do it again.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's a real thing.
Yeah.
I visited my dad a couple years ago, and he lives in Florida, and he swore up and down that gator tastes just like chicken. And he lied. He lied a lot about that. Okay, it was real chewy and fatty and nasty and gross. But I love the fact, I
Yeah.
legitimately love the fact that when I'm having conversations about foods that we don't like or foods that you've tried, I can engage in that conversation.
Absolutely.
Because no shade to my mama, I was raised on chicken and rice.
Come on now.
Okay?
Come on now.
Fried chicken and rice,
Come on
baked
now.
chicken and rice,
Come
broiled
on.
chicken and rice. Okay, so when I became an adult, no, not even a full adult, I was 18. First thing I did was try something different. Like, Lord,
Yeah,
I
no,
just want to
chicken
give me a
rice.
piece of asparagus or something. I just want to see what it's
Absolutely.
like.
Yeah.
So when I went down to visit him, and he's like, Ashlee, just tried it. I did have that mindset, like,
Yeah.
I'm not about to eat no gator. That's nasty. And he's like, how do you know it's nasty? And
Correct.
I said, you're right, I don't. And I tasted it, and I said, like I said, it's nasty.
Right, there you go.
But I had that opportunity to
Correct.
definitely try
Absolutely.
it.
Yes.
So, Dr. Corrin, tell us where we can purchase your book.
You can purchase my book right now on drcorrin.com. Right now we're doing pre-orders until the end of August, and then it'll be available on Amazon.com, as well as my website, drcorrin.com.
Perfect. I love that. And one more thing,
Yes,
again,
ma'am.
before we play our game, because I'm
Come on
ready, because I
now.
feel like you're about to play games with me.
Oh, Lord. Let's see.
Tell our viewers, especially a special message to I don't even want to just say black women as a whole, but right now I want you to say something to the matriarchs of black women, the wives and the moms that are at home kind of in this displacement of what am I going to do with my kids for the new school year? What am I going to do for their mental health right now? There's so much going on around in the world. How can I help my baby stay on track with their purpose? Give them a message.
For everyone out there watching this tonight, what I would tell you is I would tell you it's okay. We're going to get through this, but I think for you and all the concern that you have with your children, because I have the exact same thing, same concerns, you are enough. You have everything in you to take care of your children, to take care of you. This is a lot. It's been 4 months, and we've been in this space and place that no one ever thought we would be. But this too shall pass. Take your rest when you need it. Spend some time with friends if you need it. Continue to focus on your children and look for those other opportunities out there, whether it's an online painting class or going outside and doing chalk on the ground or whatever that is. Things to be able to do something different. But you are enough. You can do this. Keep your head up. We in this together, because I'm right with you, and I'm preaching to the choir because I'm saying this to myself. So I say, keep keeping on, and keep it moving.
There we go. I love that. We like keeping on and keep it
Keep
moving.
it moving. Let's go now.
All right, Dr. Corrin. So this is the moment of the show where we play Ask Ashlee's All Truths and a Dare.
Yes.
Those of you that are watching, again, thanks so much for taking the time to tune in. If this is your first time watching the show, the way this game goes is Dr. Corrin will make 3 statements. I will make 3 statements, and we have the opportunity to guess whose statement is a lie. Which one of those statements is a lie. And whoever guesses gets to dare the other person. And because I feel like I'm about to play with Corrin and not Dr. Corrin, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to let you go first with your 3 statements.
Okay. My 3, and we just say the statement, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my 3 statements are, I've saved a life before, I've been arrested, and I love to crochet.
I am going to go with I love to crochet.
And that is the,
Lie.
that's the truth.
Is it?
I'm gonna show you my blanket, yeah.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Dang! Dang, that's the only reason why I figured you might have been arrested because you was like Corrin back in the day.
Listen.
Corrin back in the day was about that life.
Honey,
So.
don't ask me what I Yes, no. But that's why I kind of threw it in there, like, you know, shake it up a little bit. Shake it up.
Okay. Oh, dang. Dang. And I'm mad that you used that because one of them was not, I was going to say I was arrested before. Dang.
So now
Okay.
you do yours, and then I have to.
Yes,
Here we
because
go.
I was wrong. So, okay. All right, hold on. Because I had these and then you just took,
No
one
worries,
now,
no worries.
And now I forgot. Okay. Let's see. I've had surgery and had to have a body part removed. Let's see. Ooh, I am a very feisty Sagittarius.
Come on now.
And let's see, I can make it easy. Ooh, my favorite color is red.
And I gotta guess which one now.
Yes,
Which one is the lie?
yes.
The body part removed.
No.
Ah!
I did have to have surgery and have some things removed, but I ain't about to go there with y'all tonight.
Okay.
It is that the lie was I'm a feisty Sagittarius, which, child, please, I'm a Capricorn all day long.
That was a good one. Like, that gotta be. Very well,
But-
very well. We be both on the hot seat.
So-
We both on the hot seat.
So, usually when both of us get it wrong, or if it just doesn't happen, I let my guests dare me anyway. So you got lucky.
Sure, I was gonna say you, because we can just play it fair, and you don't have to, I can
I
be nice. I can give
mean-
you grace, honey. I was just talking about giving grace.
I mean, you can give me grace, but I mean, we here tonight. So
But not-
we said this a grown-up show. What's up?
It did, but- and I also, because I said that I'm not, truth or dare was never my thing. I was always doing the truth, like, give me the truth. But so my dare came up with, and it's all of its lameness. I want you to sing one verse of the national anthem.
What? I'm Colin Kaepernick in the national anthem.
Oh, you know what? We can do the other one then. Bump that. We can do the other one. Or we can do
okay.
You
What's
can
that,
run your
Lift Every
choice.
Voice?
Come on now.
Okay.
We can do that one.
Why they be asking me to sing and they know I can't?
You know, and I'm like, boy, she can sing though. But I'm like, you know what?
She can't.
Me either.
Lord, now it's so funny because when I got dared to sing one song the other time, I was ready. Like, it was SWV, baby. I was
Right,
ready.
right.
It didn't matter if I could sing it or not, I knew the words. Okay.
You can just sing
Woo!
You ain't gotta sing the whole thing, just a line of it.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings, and that's all you're getting from me tonight. Cause I don't know the like. Now I know the words, but I ain't going there with y'all tonight.
and you can hold a tune. You can sing. Now I can't sing, sis. You can hold a tune.
I can. You know what's so funny? I'm one of those singers where it's like I can sing when the music on behind me.
Right.
At a real faint, low tone, I can blow it in. I can blow it in. It's never a problem. All right, I'm not gonna dare you because that was too much fun. That was fun. No, I am gonna dare
Come
you.
on, give it to me.
Okay. I am going to dare you. Okay, so I had to sing. I am
Okay.
going to dare you to rap.
Absolutely.
Who's your favorite female rapper?
Ooh. For everybody. Favorite though, that's hard. Favorite. You know, I listen to Meg. You know.
Okay.
I mean, but
we gonna go with Meg.
But I love the karaoke. You know, I karaoke Kanye West.
We're gonna go with Meg.
Okay, very well.
Okay.
Very well. Now, I need to get some words. Can I get words? Can I know the words? No, I gotta do my best.
Let me see, cause I know some Meg words.
Okay. Right. You know, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up.
So you can sing Savage. But see, I know all of Beyonce's parts.
Right.
Let me see. What song of Meg do you know?
I mean, when they come on the radio, I know
some.
Hot Girl Summer.
See, I don't know Hot Girl Summer. I wasn't a hot girl. And I ain't had no Hot Girl Summers. I ain't know nothing about that. That wasn't my thing.
Well, I mean, you know, so you mean rap? I can rap, but I can't do, you know, I'm thinking like, I need my karaoke words, like.
Oh, no. I can, okay, so I got something else for you.
Tell
if
me.
you want to do that one instead.
Mhm.
And it doesn't consist of you, you do have, okay. I'm going to have to make you go home and do it. And
Okay.
then do it, come back, and you got to do a video.
Here or at home?
No. You're going to do a video at home,
Okay.
and then you got to send it to me.
Absolutely.
And we're going to drop it,
Very well.
okay?
Mhm.
You have to go home and learn 2 TikTok dances.
Oh, girl, I got that.
Okay,
On the
great.
list.
Do you know?
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna send it.
I am so mad. I'm so mad because I swear I want to tell Alexa to play Savage right now.
The thing is, I'm gonna need some practicing. When I get home, like, that move was just, I was in the
No, and I ain't even know how you do 2. Just one. The one that you like the most.
Absolutely.
TikTok video.
I can do that.
And we gonna drop it right now.
Absolutely.
Tap, 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 wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder.
All right, so you got moves or whatever. You got moves.
Girl.
I ain't even mad at you. Okay. So, thank you.
Absolutely.
Let me tone it back. Thank you. Because the reality is we are living in a time where we are forced to sit down and
Correct.
sit still and figure out some things.
Correct.
The things that matter to us, the things
Right.
that are important to us, the
Yep.
people that are important to us, the values that we hold near and dear that are important to us. And I think having something like this on the shelf to refer to help
Yeah.
guide you, to
Absolutely.
help direct you, is definitely something that we need right now. So I know what you mean when you say this is going to change the world in a
Yeah.
different capacity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming to the show.
I truly am honored to be here. I'm truly, truly honored. I'm truly honored. I'm truly honored. Absolutely. I'm
Thank
truly
you
honored.
so much, so much. Thank you guys for taking the time to tune in into another great episode of Monday Night Juice. Make sure that you guys are following and supporting Dr. Corrin in all her endeavors, and make sure that you guys are going and getting a copy of the book. Stay tuned for one of our community partners, and I'll see you next week.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rico the Body by Rico here, with another tip for your body for us going to the week. Listen, I know that I've been getting multiple people asking me certain things, and the first tip that I want to be able to give to you all is that all carbs are not good carbs, okay? All carbs are not good carbs. What I mean by that is that carbs help us fuel our body, okay? They help us go out throughout the day. But we want to make sure that we have a good carb that's going in. So some of your good fruits, dry toast, a lot of those types of things will be good for you as you continually fuel your day. Now, bad carbs. We want to stay away from starches and different things like that to ensure that we don't have those things continuously overnight, okay? Now, when we say this, we want to make sure that we eat properly. So just a tip for you today as well, too, when you're talking about carbs, is number one, try to eat your carbs in the first part of the day, all right? Carbs first part of the day, protein the second, all right? That's my first tip.
Hello, my name is Denise Bryers with Bootcamp Cincinnati and Denise Bryers Fitness. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to relieve muscle soreness. One way to relieve muscle soreness is by making sure you warm up before every workout routine. What does that look like? It could be jumping jacks, high knees, butt kicks, or a combination of all three to run the course of about maybe 3 minutes. You can time each exercise for 30 seconds on, break, and then 30 seconds for the next moves that follow that. Next, what you want to do is make sure that you stretch prior to your workout routine and definitely after. Stretching is very important. It helps to relieve blood flow to the muscle areas where you worked to help to relieve the soreness in those muscle groups.